Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lay. For those of you who are new, welcome. It is the holiday season. As you can see, I have my ugly Christmas sweater on, and today we are just going to do this really beautiful festive look. This look was inspired by the James Charles. He did a video where he did one side with using his palette and the other side using a fake palette that he got, like a knockoff palette of his own. I've really been ready and interested in using that red shade that was in here, and I did film a video prior to this, which is my review for the James Charles palette, but I wanted to get this up first because Christmas is literally in a couple of days, so I had to get a Christmas look out, and I love red eyeshadow, I just do. So I wanted to go ahead and get that done. This look is pretty much inspired by the shade You're Kidding. That's this bad boy here. So we have a nice Christmas look for all of you newbies. If you are new, please make sure to hit the subscribe button before you leave. Hit the thumbs up and the notification bell so that you can be notified every time that I do an upload. It means the world to me if you do that. So help me reach my goal for 2019 and make sure that you follow those steps. And to see how to get this look, this really fun festive look, just make sure that you stay tuned, and happy holidays. Alright guys, so starting off with my brows. My brows are actually really wild, so I'm going to go ahead and handle that off camera. And I'm going to also do one eye off camera. As you can see, I really wanted to keep it simple. So we are working with glitter today, and I actually have my lashes underneath my lashes, which is really cool. So I'm going to start by priming my eye using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I use too much. This is how you know you use too much. Now, I love Soft Ochre Paint Pot, but this is too much. You actually want to make sure that you use a thin amount of this product. Otherwise, your eyeshadows will cling onto the more moisturized areas, if that makes sense. So I'm using this Eco Tool sponge to kind of thin it out. Now, going in with the Morphe and James Charles palette. I love this palette so much. Oh my gosh, and my brother's texting me. So right here, I'm going in with the color You're Kidding. This is such a beautiful, vibrant red. It kind of comes off like a corally red on camera, or at least on my camera, but it's definitely not that coral. It's definitely a true red, I promise you. So I'm going to start by using this. It's a little bigger than a pencil brush. I'm not really sure what these types of brushes are called, but I've been liking them for adding color to my crease area. And I'm just patting that color and kind of creating the shape first. So as you can see, I'm going back and forth, and then I'm taking this brush, which is a little more loose, so the bristles are more loosely packed, and I'm going in with the shade code James to blend out the edges. This really helps to give you that more blown out look when it comes to blending out your eyeshadows. This is a new technique that I am trying, so kind of bear with me as far as my looks go. So the next shade that I'm going in with is Boutique. This is a really pretty plummy brown shade, and I should have added this first and then went in with You're Kidding, but I think I was just too excited. So I'm going a little lower than where I placed that You're Kidding shade, and I'm going to blend that, in the lower part of the crease. Now, if you get this on your lid, it's okay, because I am going to clean it up with concealer. And since I did lose some of You're Kidding, I am going to add some more of that there and then blend it out using that same fluffy brush, because I do want that red to be kind of like the main eyeshadow, just because, red is such a unique eyeshadow to, put on your eyelid. So the next shade I'm using is Benny. Now, Benny is right underneath the shade Tea, which is like this brown shade, and Benny is like this coffee brown shade. So I felt like with Tea being the shade above it, this should have been called Coffee. That's just my opinion. James, feel free to take that. So yeah, I'm going to place that over top of Boutique, and then I'm going to cut my crease and clean up my lid. I've just started using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer to do this, and I actually like it a lot. As you can see, it thins out really well, and you don't want to use a lot of concealer because it can you know, make your eyeshadow skipped, especially matte shades, especially matte shades. So now I'm using a baby wipe. These are the Up and Up brand. I cut them in half and I like to use them to clean up underneath my eyes. This is why I like to do my eyeshadow before I do my face. And this just really helps to give me a sharp line if I want that. And it also helps me not mess up my foundation, because I will do that. So right here I messed up a little bit and I started brushing over where I placed the eyeshadow, and it kind of made it a little patchy. So I added more of the shade Benny and I just kind of blended it into the concealer. And now I'm taking the shade Spooky, which is this really pretty matte black. This black reminds me of the one that the Urban Decay used to have, the Urban Decay. I can't remember what it was called, but they have this matte black that is like the blackest of black eyeshadows I've ever used. And I think Spooky is giving it a run for its money. Now going back in with the shade You're Kidding, I'm going to pat that all over the lid. Now the reason I'm doing that is because I am going to add glitter, but if there are any open gaps in the glitter, it's kind of like a camouflage effect, because instead of you just seeing like bare skin, you'll see glitter. So now I'm going in with this Amazon glitter. Yep, I got it from Amazon, and I'm using the Lit Cosmetics glitter glue. This glitter glue is actually really good, and you can get this off of beautylish.com. That's where I like to get it. And this glitter is actually a nail glitter, but when I compared it to the glitter that I do have from Lit Cosmetics, it's almost the same. I don't know if they use different products to make it, but I mean, it's glitter. Just make sure you're really careful and try not to get it in your eye. So I'm using a pencil brush to add some of Spooky to the outer corners and to kind of bring it in around the edges of the glitter. And this like really became a very dramatic look. Now, if you are using glitter, I highly suggest to do your eyes before your makeup. Look at glitter all on my hands. So these are the Ardell Dramatic eyelashes. They come in like a pack of like 6. So I'm taking my eyeliner brush and I'm using my Inglot's Gel 77 eyeliner, and I'm going to place that around the perimeter of the glitter. And this just really makes this look 10 times more dramatic than it already was. Now on the inner part, you don't really have to do this, but there's like a gap right there where I didn't add glitter and I just colored it in like black. You just kind of want to do it like as if you were painting a picture, you know what I mean? Like I tried to do this peak thing and it just didn't work out. So if you can, I suggest doing it because it will look really cool. But if you can't, don't do it. I need to practice this more before I do it on camera. So right here, I'm just cleaning up that line, and then yeah, we can move on to bigger and better things like our face. So here, using a bare face, of course, I don't know what else you'd use. I'm going in with my Makeup Forever primers. This is the brightening primer. This is step 2. It's the orange one, and this works well for people of my skin tone. They have an orange and a yellow. So if you're on my skin tone, maybe a little darker, you can use the orange. And if you're lighter than me, I would suggest using the yellow. Then they also have this smoothing primer, which I absolutely love, and I like to use this in the areas where my pores are a little larger. So I'm using the HD concealer and the HD foundation stick. This is in the shade 174. That is my shade. And I'm using this microfiber beauty sponge that I got offline. It's the Juno sponge, and I actually have been loving this way more than my beauty blender, surprisingly. Now, if you are a mom and you understand the struggles of trying to get ready with your baby, please leave a comment down below. This is Callie, and this is us on a daily basis. And I'm sorry if she's distracting, but I'm not going to kick her out. She's not hurting anyone. I mean, she's annoying me, but yeah. And as you can see, she was getting in my makeup as well. So I don't know why she likes to, yeah, I do. Who doesn't like to look at themselves? But yeah, she likes to look at herself in the monitor and my mirror. I don't know what she was doing right here, but yeah, I was like, Callie, back it. So now going in with my concealer, I am using a little bit of this Milani concealer just to help darken it, because the Makeup Forever concealer is really light. Callie, she is having a ball. Well, that's all I want, for her to be happy. It's such a mom moment. So I'm going to go ahead and add concealer to the high points of my face, and I'm going to go in with my beauty sponge and I'm going to blend that out. And I don't know why she just thinks this is so weird. But one day, boo-boo, you will understand. Trust me. So as you can see, I was getting a little annoyed. She just wanted to kiss. That's my baby. So I'm going to go ahead and blend all those. Now right here, I know she's really distracting because she was distracting me. I was like, what are you doing? I'm so glad she wasn't in the picture and she's like looking at her butt. Like, whose kid is this? What are you doing? So now I'm going to line the perimeter of my face using my cream bronzer. This is the Milani contour stick and this is in the shade 04. And I'm just going to use this to bronze up the perimeter of my face. And then I'm taking a Luxie brush and I'm blending it out using small circular motions, back and forth motions, and patting motions. This just really helps to blend the product out. You want to make sure that those harsh lines are gone. And that's how you know you did a good job. And then Callie's getting into my glitter. These are the glitters I got from Amazon. And she's just going to give me an extra step. So I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose. And you want to make sure that you have your sponge on hand with the concealer and product still on it. This just really helps to clean it up. Now I'm using the Ultra HD setting powder in the shade number 2, which is the yellow banana shade, and I'm going to set underneath my eyes, and this actually worked out a lot better than I thought it would. It's a nice yellow banana powder, but it really smooths out any imperfections and it looks really great in photographs. I didn't get as many photographs as I wanted, but I will have, photographs on my Instagram. And I did use that to set. Now for the rest of my face, I'm using the Pro Finish powder by Makeup Forever, and this is in the shade 174, and I probably could have just did 173 because right here I added way too much and I was really upset with myself because I just covered up all of my contouring, but that's okay. I'm using this fluffy Mikasa brush and I'm just going to blend that out as much as I possibly can. My face was feeling super run through because I did go over this quite a few times. When I'm using a more full coverage foundation, I forget that I don't need to set it like I did. Like you can see, I had to speed through this because I was really trying to blend this bad boy out. And then to help it along, I'm going to set it using the Mario Badescu Lavender and Chamomile Spray, and then I'm going back to my eyes. I'm using the Marc Jacobs Glide On eyeliner. You all know that I love this, and this is in the shade Blacker. And then on the inner tear ducts, I'm going with the shade Sister, and I am highlighting my inner corners. And then I'm going to take a flat fluffy brush and I'm going back in with You're Kidding, and I'm going to line the lower, kind of smoke out my lower lash line. And then with that same brush, I'm going to blend it out. So for bronzer, I'm using the Profusion bronzer by Makeup Forever, and this is in the shade number 35. Because I use such a dark foundation powder, it didn't really show up like I wanted it to. It usually works really well with me. I don't know. I did something wrong, but that's okay. So for blush, I'm using this Tarte blush, and I will have the name of it in the description box because it's not Makeup Forever, so it doesn't go with my theme. But it will be down below as well as on my Instagram. This is the Profusion highlighter in the shade number 2. It's their gold highlighter. And this is perfect if you want a nice subtle sheen. And then for lips, I'm going in with the, before I do that, I'm going to coat my lower lashes with mascara. And then for lips, I'm going to go in with this Maybelline lip liner in the shade number 120, and this is Rich Chocolate. And then I'm going in with this American Girl liquid lipstick by NARS. It's this really beautiful red. It's their lip pigments, and once this dries, it is not going anywhere. And that completes the look. I hope you all enjoyed. Please make sure to like, share, and Callie. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, beautiful people, stay blessed and happy holidays.